Shalom. My name is Andy Gordman. I'm a member of the Tri-Faith Executive Committee and the immediate past president of Temple Israel. When I think about the work we do on the Tri-Faith Commons, the words of one of my favorite quotes comes to mind. In Pirkei Avot we read, "It is not your responsibility to finish the work of perfecting the world, but neither are you free to desist from it." Our work together will never be done, but together we will make progress. Our new building will provide us the opportunity to continue to broaden our view of the world and learn with curiosity and compassion. I can't wait for the time when we can celebrate together in person in our new building.
Congratulations to the Tri-Faith Initiative. I'm so very proud to help celebrate the opening of the Tri-Faith Center. I'm excited to see this unique and ambitious project in the field of interfaith relations come to life and complete the campus. This along with the faith communities of Temple Israel, Countryside Community Church, and the American Muslim Institute. This Welcome Center will serve as a source of inspiration and aspiration that I believe will lead to advanced interfaith relationships and understanding. I'm really excited to see what opportunities transpire in this new facility and how the Tri-Faith Initiative programs and events will touch the community both locally and around the world. Again, my warmest congratulations on a dream come true that completes the campus as a very welcoming door to the Tri-Faith Commons.
Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Peace be upon you. What a great day today to celebrate the opening of the Tri-Faith Center, the last piece in our campus. It is a dream come true. It is a milestone and a landmark in Omaha, Nebraska that will be in history for generations to come. A beacon of hope and a life evidence that we can coexist and live together in peace and harmony. I would like to congratulate the founders and the visionaries who brought this into our life. I would like to congratulate all the men and women working tirelessly for this project to see the daylight. Congratulations everyone, and God bless you.
Good evening. My name is Deb McAllister. I'm a member of Countryside Church and on the board of directors of the Tri-Faith Initiative. Thank you for joining us in this great celebration of co-locating our three houses of worship on one campus. I think our real joy, though, is the path that we take on this journey together, that we live together and learn from one another and listen to one another and share meals and our lives with one another as we expand our journeys of faith. Thank you for being part of this celebration, and I hope you will participate in the life of this new and phenomenal community.
Hi, this is Mark Stursma, and I want to give a big congratulations to the Tri-Faith Initiative community on the opening of the Tri-Faith Center. The Tri-Faith Center will undoubtedly be an example to the world of how a commitment to learn from each other can inspire peace and better our understanding of God. I also think it's a perfect expression of our obligation to love thy neighbor. Again, congratulations.
Hi, I'm Mary Fraser Mines. I serve on the Tri-Faith Board, and I'm a member of Countryside Community Church. I am thrilled that we've accomplished this co-location of Countryside, Temple Israel, and AMI, and now the Tri-Faith Center, all here on this beautiful commons. I look forward to many years of learning and growing in our faith as we explore the knowledge that we all have. Blessings and congratulations to everyone.
Hello, my name is Tony Shaw, and I'm a principal and director of design at Feingold Alexander Architects in Boston. We're delighted to be here today to help celebrate the grand opening of your Tri-Faith campus and center. When we designed Temple Israel, we had several things in mind. We wanted to create a beacon that allowed the congregation to feel that they were part of something larger. 2, we wanted to establish a transition from the secular to the sacred as we moved through the gardens, coming into the building, and defined by local artist work and the use of Jerusalem stone. And 3rd, we needed to establish a bridge to the larger campus as a whole by maximizing the views out and making sure that we were part of the larger conversation. I am truly honored to be here today, and thank you very much for including us as part of your celebration for your Tri-Faith campus. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mo Feingold, Senior Principal of Feingold Alexander Architects of Boston. We had the privilege of not only designing Temple Israel, but of the initial master plan concepts for this Tri-Faith initiative. I'm so very pleased that all of the designers supported shared concepts of site planning, of materials, of light, and how each faith group and this commons is expressed in form. I do believe buildings speak and tell a story in built form about values, and this project speaks volumes. Every year at this time, the Torah portion starts anew with the story of creation. We hope that this unique Tri-Faith campus will cast a beacon of light, spreading enlightenment of how diverse groups of people can come together to create a world of justice and equality for all. Congratulations to each and every one for this extraordinary accomplishment, and may you go from strength to strength. Thank you.
Tri-Faith Initiative is an extraordinary experiment in interfaith dialogue, interreligious collaboration, and true partnership between Jews, Christians, and Muslims. I am amazed by the vision, I am inspired by the visionaries, and I am thrilled by the communities and the individuals who have come to this task with all of their hearts and minds and souls. Among the many challenges that the Tri-Faith Initiative faces, it is surely going to be a great blessing in many practical ways to Omaha and to the world. Best wishes. There's a lot of work to be done. Thank you.
الواحد شمع الله اسمع يا عالم شمع الله اسمع يا عالم أدوناي إلهينو ربنا الباقي أدوناي إلهينو ربنا الباقي أدوناي إخاد ربنا الواحد أدوناي إخاد ربنا الواحد إخاد الواحد إخاد الواحد شمع ربنا Shema, Shema, Shema. الواحد الواحد شمع الله اسمع يا عالم شمع الله اسمع يا عالم أدوناي إلهينو ربنا الباقي أدوناي إلهينو ربنا الباقي أدوناي إخاد ربنا الواحد أدوناي إخاد.
TriFaith began 14 years ago with a dream to build a synagogue, church, mosque, and interfaith center together on one shared commons.
Today we celebrate that we have achieved this goal.
The TriFaith Center now stands as a beacon of hope for the community and world.
Thank you for being a part of this bold endeavor.
For dreaming, connecting, and building with us.
Here's to the past, present, and future of TriFaith.
Hello. Welcome to the opening of the TriFaith Center. This center has had multiple names over the years, including Abraham's Tent. But I'd like you to think of it as a home, a gathering place, if you will, a place where we meet to learn about other religions and hopefully a little bit more about our own, a place to reflect on our spirituality and the role of religion within our society, and most importantly, a place for joy. I'm Ali Khan, Chair of the Board of TriFaith for the year 2020. While this evening is to celebrate the opening of this building, in truth, the evening is about celebrating a dream that said that the Abrahamic faiths could choose to celebrate their differences, a dream that said we can co-locate 3 different congregations, a synagogue, a church, and a mosque in the same place, and bind them together by TriFaith Center. A dream that said we can inspire others across the United States and worldwide to build similar centers and hold up the same ideals. A dream that's not contained within the brick and mortar of this building, but a dream that we hope will now be your dream to grow, to refresh, to reinterpret over the generations, and that this building may well be one of many over the generations in this spot. But more on the future later. For tonight, please enjoy the festivities, enjoy the fellowships, and remember the joy.
With the opening of the TriFaith Center, we have a dream come true and a place that will nourish other dreams. I am thankful to have been able to participate with a glorious company that made the TriFaith Center and Commons a place where hope will abound and friendships will flourish. May God continue to bless those who created and maintain the TriFaith Initiative and its mission.
Oh, happy, happy day to open the TriFaith Center. May it be a safe haven for all of us where we build friendships and dialogue together. May it be a place where we learn and hear each other's story, where we develop empathy for each other, where we become stronger together as neighbors that care for the land together and care for each other. May Allah bless this house as one of peace. May He grow kindness and compassion in its halls. May He increase our knowledge and wisdom and insight in this Tri-Faith Center. Let's move forward together.
Who would have known that a group meeting between a Muslim and a Jewish group regarding their need for a shared parking space would result in a present Tri-Faith community. Together, the four buildings embody the vision of the Tri-Faith Institute. The group's dream represents something rare in the world. It shows that our differences do not have to divide us, but can unite us. The architectural plans makes it clear that the initiative honors the distinctiveness of the synagogue, church, and the mosque, while uniting them with Abraham's Bridge and now the Tri-Faith Center.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace of Allah be upon each and every one of you. In the beginning, it was a dream, then a vision. The seed was planted carefully, cared of carefully, grow up carefully, till it became a beautiful tree, giving the whole world shade and fruit. Today, the dream became true, and the fourth building of the Tri-Faith is finished, and that the small village of Abraham children is reality, full of peace, respect, and love. To me, that represents the hope that humans can still do better to live and help others live. Congratulations, Wendy. Congratulations, staff. Congratulations, Tri-Faith board members. May Allah bless all of those who did contributed and still contributing to this beautiful reality. Amen.
Congratulations to all on our many and sustained efforts over 15 years to this point. We now have wonderful buildings, a church, a synagogue, and a mosque. And now there's a fourth interfaith building in which we will host many unique and neat events in the coming years. Well, having accomplished the impossible, let's now take it to the next level. My hope is that we will continue to strengthen our own congregations, the church, the synagogue, and the mosque, and each will be a great partner to one another in the Tri-Faith Initiative. Good luck and God bless.
I'm super proud and excited to see the Tri-Faith Initiative take a full shape. Congrats to everybody who contributed along the way to get us to today. To the founders, to the dreamers, to our partners and friends. Well done.
We have not done the Tri-Faith for our children alone. We are here with heart full of ideas, with generosity that is unbelievable. It's about what we need to do with Tri-Faith for ourselves. And I think that we can sit together and come up with so many ideas and so many avenues to follow. This is what we need to do for the next 15 years. 15 years of incredible amount of creativity in understanding each other's stories, in sharing them, and in fighting for those people who don't have the chance to tell their stories. We are here like an open book that has to include all the legends, all the truth, and all the imaginations of all the people that helped create the Tri-Faith. Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Henrik Syse, and I'm speaking to you all the way from Oslo, Norway. I'm a philosopher, peace researcher, and author, and also actually right now a member and vice chair of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, which awards the Nobel Peace Prize. But I'm speaking to you on my own behalf, even though I have many with me, when I say that the Tri-Faith Initiative is something we really need in our world right now. We need religious leaders and the faithful who are willing to learn from each other, meet each other, build bridges, as you say, and not least realize that one of the most important things we can do in our world is to listen to each other. Not always argue, not always debate or come up with counter arguments, but simply listen to each other's stories and traditions, and thereby come together and realize that we have so much in common, and not least that we need to build peace together. So it's a great honor for me to be a supporter of the Tri-Faith Initiative.
Greetings, Omaha. Greetings, Tri-Faith Center. This is Ala from Ramallah, West Bank.
Hey, everybody. This is Michael. I'm a New Yorker, but I'm actually coming to you from Berlin. And together, Allah and I are the pursuit of harmony.
And the pursuit of harmony is so privileged and honored to take part in such a great and unique event, the grand opening of the Tri-Faith Center.
And actually, we've been following the Tri-Faith Initiative from a distance for many years, and we always knew that one day the universe would bring us all together, and today is that day.
What you're doing is so hopeful. It's really inspiring. It reflects the future we are looking to, the great model for the rest of the world to copy.
So thank you for all you're doing, Tri-Faith, to make this world a better place, and for inviting the pursuit of harmony to play our small part in your commemoration. Next time, let's all be together in one room in that beautiful new building of yours, and we just want to offer a mabruk.
Mabruk and mazel tov.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
The Tri-Faith congregational experience has taught us the power of engaging God in conversations of discernment for our pathways into the world, both as individuals and as communities of faith. May each of our communities continue to creatively build from these foundations an environment and a culture of acceptance and seeing each other through God's eyes. Each of us is a piece of and a participant in what God is doing through a wild array of beauty and wisdom in creation. May we continue to grow together, building living creations of God's activity of love as many generations dwell together here on this, the Tri-Faith Commons. Amen.
Greetings, Tri-Faith friends. I'm Eric Elnis, Senior Minister of Countryside Community Church. And as an opening blessing, I'd like to actually offer the closing blessing I leave my congregation with, a version of it, in celebration of the opening of the beautiful Tri-Faith Center. Friends, may the Spirit, the Holy Spirit of the living God, made known to the world by so many different names and yet astonishingly similar mercies, go before you to show you the way, go above you to watch over you, go behind you to push you into places you may not necessarily go yourself, go beneath you to uphold you and uplift you, go beside you to be your strong and constant companion, and dwell within you to remind you that you are surely not alone on this journey, and you are loved, loved beyond your wildest imagination. And may the fire of God's blessing burn brightly upon you and within you and through you, now and always. Amen.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Dina Sussman-Berzin, and I am one of the rabbis at Temple Israel. I'd like to give a prayer for the opening of the Tri-Faith Center. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Each time I'm asked to give a blessing at a Tri-Faith gathering, these words, which call to our deepest hopes and dreams for bringing people of different faiths together, are the ones that come to mind. This reading precedes the Hashkivenu, a prayer which asks God to spread over us a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace. As we begin this new chapter in Tri-Faith's story, where our dreams of co-locating have been realized and our buildings sit side by side finally, this is my prayer. As we live together, learn together, work together, pray together, and grow together, Let it be with love and understanding. May our foundation of peace and friendship shelter us from life's storms. And may God spread over all of us who are engaged in this holy work of Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace.
The Nebraska Synod and the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America are grateful and proud to have played a very small role in bringing to fruition the inspired vision of Tri-Faith Initiative. And we are even more proud and grateful that we, with others, can be part of the future of this inspired vision where congregations of the three great Abrahamic faiths can be together to worship, learn, live, and witness to the truth that treating other people as children of God should not be the highest aspiration of our conduct, but rather the very bedrock of our lives as people of faith. So with that gratitude, and in the spirit of Tri-Faith, we pray as disciples of Jesus Christ that the Holy One grant every blessing on this celebration and on the life and work of Tri-Faith. Congratulations.
To all of our friends at the Tri-Faith Initiative, the only blessing that I can give you is the one that you have given all of us, the one that you say to everybody as soon as they walk into your doors, as soon as they enter into your space, and that is the blessing, Bruchim Habaim. May everybody be blessed as they enter. Each of us says that in our own languages, in the way that each of our faiths communicates that message, that everybody who comes into your space is blessed and everybody is welcome. Thank you for sharing that message. Thank you for sharing that message so loudly and so beautifully. We, the ones who get to enter, are so appreciative and cannot tell you what a change it will make in this world.
Mazel Tov to the Tri-Faith Initiative on this very exciting grand opening. The Tri-Faith Initiative is such a blessing to Omaha, to our country, and to our world, and I am so honored to be a part of it. Not just any Jewish, Christian, and Muslim congregations could have come together on this extraordinary collaboration. It takes congregations who are equally committed to pluralism, respect, and mutual learning. And that's what we have in Temple Israel, Countryside Community Church, and the American Muslim Institute. It is such a privilege to be a rabbi in this community. I am honored to call the Tri-Faith Initiative my community. And again, I want to wish you all a mazel tov, congratulations, and many blessings on reaching this extraordinary achievement.
As we gather to honor Tri-Faith Center's grand opening, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am to live in just the right place at exactly the right time for a celebration just like this. I'm David Brown, and in my role as President and CEO of the Greater Omaha Chamber, I have the unique privilege of working with bold placemakers and visionary leaders every single day. In my role as the Chamber CEO, as well as in my roles as husband, father, and volunteer board member for organizations across this country, I realize the extraordinary power of the Tri-Faith Initiative in creating a more understanding, empathetic, peaceful, and just world. When Tri-Faith visionaries purchased the Tri-Faith Initiative land in 2006, they started something remarkable that all of us in the community can celebrate together. Today, I'm proud to applaud this inclusive interfaith endeavor jointly founded by leaders of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. Tri-Faith's early vision, as promised, has evolved into a place that fosters respect and acceptance and seeks to create togetherness that transcends Tri-Faith's physical location. Today, we celebrate a grand opening, and together we commit today to continue the mission of this great place. Congratulations, Tri-Faith.
I'm Jeff Dolzel with TAC Architects, and I'm here representing the entire architectural and engineering team behind the design of the Tri-Faith Center. We're honored and humbled to be selected as the designers of this remarkable facility. The first of its kind, we attempted to create a building through which Tri-Faith's mission and its users can flourish into the foreseeable future. We're so excited for you to eventually experience this structure for yourself. The building spirit is grounded by the materiality and architectural language of its surrounding landscape. As a vessel, it's meant to provide context to the Tri-Faith campus through its use of framed views of the neighboring religious facilities. We hope this creates opportunities for passive reflection and active conversation. This building is meant to embody the tent of Abraham, where all are welcome. At the end of the day, architecture is only as good as those who experience it, and we hope that its use brings joy, fellowship, and camaraderie to all who pass through its doors. Thank you, and many blessings.
My name is Vic Gutman, president of VGA, which consulted to the Tri-Faith Initiative for 10 years, managing it for 4 years. The opening of the Tri-Faith Center is truly an historic occasion. It's a tribute to the dedicated people who had a grand vision and were determined to bring it to fruition. Congratulations.
Hello to all of my friends in Omaha, Nebraska, as you celebrate the opening of the Tri-Faith Commons. My name is John Dorhauer, General Minister and President of the United Church of Christ. I had the honor of keynoting at the groundbreaking of the Christian sanctuary that was going to be built there in the Tri-Faith Commons, touring the synagogue, that beautiful synagogue there, and then touring the Muslim community building. Beautiful. I am so proud of the work that you are doing. I speak of this initiative in many places. It is, I think, the best of what the human community has to offer. And I send you my greetings and my blessings as you gather to celebrate the opening of the Commons. My blessing is simply this. May the spirit of love that surrounds you and that birthed you, this initiative, remain and abide with you throughout, and may it spread that gift of love to all the ends of the earth and to all peoples. Thank you.
I want to extend my congratulations to the Tri-Faith Initiative of Omaha, and I give thanks to all those individuals who have over these many years worked and supported this effort of co-locating a synagogue, church, mosque, and interfaith center onto one shared commons. It's taken over 16 years for this amazing dream to become a reality. But today we celebrate the completion of the construction of the buildings which will house these communities. These beautiful structures will continue to play an important role in this initiative, but it's the continued work of building relationships between these faith communities who now call themselves neighbors that will be the greatest gift to our city of Omaha and all the nations of the world. My prayer is that the Tri-Faith Center will provide a place for individuals together to come to know one another and to help build relationships based on dignity, trust, and respect. I feel truly blessed to have had the opportunity to take part in the work of this interfaith initiative, and I thank you for your continued support, and may God continue to bless the work of the Tri-Faith Initiative of Omaha.
Greetings from Auburn Seminary in New York City, from your close partners in the work. We have been watching the vision for Tri-Faith become a reality over many years. You have redeemed the land for a sacred purpose, and we send you warmest blessings today. May you use your collective power to create a more just and equitable world where all belong. And may you become a beacon for and with others to create the multi-faith, multiracial democracy that is not yet, but yet could be. We look forward to the day when we can once again celebrate with you in person.
Mazal Tov, I'm so excited that the Tri-Faith Initiative has made their building complete and is able to move in. I am so excited to be a partner in this wonderful endeavor. In Jewish tradition, we say Shehechianu, a prayer that thanks God for enabling us to be here for this celebration, for being alive to have reached this season. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Congratulations on the opening of the Tri-Faith Center, the fourth and final building on the Tri-Faith Commons, marking the completion of this one-of-a-kind interfaith project, joining a synagogue, a church, a mosque, and an interfaith center on one campus in the middle of our country. Bridge building and creating safe havens for honest, respectful dialogue, prayer, reflection, and friendship is needed now more than ever. I share your hope that this space will be a place where that happens, where people can come together, even if just virtually for now, to connect, learn, and grow. Congratulations again. This surely is an accomplishment worthy of recognition, and I wish you all peace, health, and safety as you gather together to celebrate this extraordinary and extraordinarily important milestone.
Since 2006, we've been imagining and growing an unprecedented interfaith initiative that transforms lives and communities. Tonight we celebrate the opening of the Tri-Faith Center and the completion of our co-location. I invite you to allow joy to drop in and bless our journey. Tri-Faith is the model our world needs, a movement for justice. Amid violence and talks of Muslim bans and nasty women and border walls, we pray for an America that is multiracial, multi-faith, multi-gendered, and multicultural. A nation where power is shared and we strive to protect the wellness and dignity of every person and work to save our earth and our collective future. In 1770, in the midst of discontent, Edmund Burke wrote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Do all you can do to stand up for the vulnerable, for the oppressed, and for the planet itself. Don't let history record this moment, as it has recorded too many others, a time when good people did too little to confront wickedness and disaster." The Abrahamic traditions remind us to love without limit, to practice compassion, like Abraham to open our tents to all, and Jesus to love our neighbor, and Muhammad to take in the orphan. So gather your energy. Invite your sister and your brother, your colleague and your neighbor. Be brave. Post, email, and make phone calls. Fight and vote. Become a Tri-Faith bridge builder. With your generous giving and our momentum, we bring more people together now when we need it most. When was the last time you had a conversation with strangers? Maybe not strangers, but new friends. It's easy to find curiosity about people who are like you, but more challenging to wonder about or add a chair to your table for a person who seems like a stranger or an outsider. I invite you to wonder about the people you don't know, to imagine their lives and listen deeply for their stories, to expand the circle of those you see as part of you. Tonight, as you watch One More Chair, a play written and produced for this special occasion, I invite you to greet these characters as the full human beings that they are, traveling through doubt, coming together to wonder about one another, grieve with one another, and fight with and for one another in a brave way that challenges everything you know, but feeling secure in the promise that by walking through life together, you come out a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser, and a lot more connected. Bridging differences with hope and solidarity rooted in love. Next, our clergy will gather virtually to light candles together, and I invite you to do the same. As the curtain opens on tonight's extraordinary performance.
I invite you to join us as we each light a candle.
Our candles represent courage, God, faith, memories, love, grief, and hope.
The courage to change lives and the faith in deep wisdom, with many names that reside within each of us.
We honor our laughter, tears, and joy.
And this candle represents our pain and our grief.
Together, yet apart, we add the light of hope as we momentarily suspend time and celebrate this moment.
Please add your light to this moment and light a candle in your home or wherever you're joining us tonight. Shalom.
Salam.
Peace.
And in the light that is shared, that brings us together, let us begin. One more chair.
Yiskadal, Vayis.
Yishkadash
Shemay Rabbah. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hadassah, we're worried about you. We want you to come stay with us.
I work. It's too much of a risk. I need you to be safe.
We will be fine. We miss you so much.
Miss you too, Mama.
You don't have to work. You can take a leave of absence and we can take care of you.
Papa, nothing would drive me crazier. Honestly, I'm okay. I'm holding up.
You must be lonely.
Well, who isn't? Everyone is lonely.
Things like that, Asa, scare us. Yeah. Come to worship with us then.
It's synagogue? Do you know how long it's been since I've been here?
Yeah, too long, we know. But what does that matter?
Will they even let me in?
Yes, because it's on Zoom. You don't even have to go in. Lucky break, huh?
Wait, I'm not going. Everyone is going to want to ask me about Bubby. I can't do that.
Your grandmother was very loved. They will love to see you. She talked about you all the time.
Oh, good. So what do I need to go for then? It's like they already know me, right? The blown up version of me where I'm Golda's gorgeous, successful, nearly engaged granddaughter.
Asa, Bubby never told such lies.
It was enough ducking and dodging all the questions at her Zoom Shiva. You know how many times I had to pretend my sound was off? Like 6.
Okay. You don't have to come to synagogue.
Thank you.
But we are having a gathering, and I would love so for you to be there. Your mother is hosting. I am. And it's called Brave Space Discussions. You like that?
Sure. Yes. Yeah, Mama, I love it. Brave space. Wait, do you mean safe space?
No, she doesn't. Because safe spaces are places we come to be with like-minded people, and brave spaces are where we go to make change.
Oh, okay. That actually is very cool, Mama. Very progressive.
Would you do me the honor of joining us?
Mom, why do you have to say it like that?
Like what?
It's all fancy and formal. Like, I can't not do you the honor of coming if you ask me to do you the honor of coming. That's completely unfair. Just like, be like, you want to come so that I can say no.
But I would be honored if you came.
It's multi-faith, lots to learn. Many people who are going through the same thing you are.
Oh, really? Pandemic-based depression, mourning, anxiety, stress, fear, financial insecurity, and constipation.
Well, maybe not that.
I can't do the whole sitting around exchanging pleasantries thing.
You won't have to. You won't have to small talk at all. There are rules of engagement and structured conversation.
And you can just listen in too. But you'd get so much out of it if you engage.
When's the last time you had a conversation with strangers?
Nobody enjoys conversations with strangers.
Not strangers, new friends.
Asa, your bubby was going to come. She'd planned to be there, but now you can take her place.
Fine. Fine, I will come.
We need a little Golda.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, all I can offer you is a little Asa. But why are you two in different Zooms?
Oh, well, I'm only allowed in 2 rooms in my own house now. I'm in the basement.
He snores and makes a mess. He stays down where he can't bother me.
Good night.
We love you.
We love you.
You. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I miss you.
Hi, it's Bill. You can start now. I'm here.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Marhaba. I am Siba. Hello.
Siba, nice
Siba.
to see you.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. It's Dorothy.
Oh,
Hi,
hello,
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you.
Hey there, Crystal here.
Crystal.
Hello, Crystal.
Hello.
Ahlan, Crystal.
Hi, everyone. I'm Fatima.
Fatima. Hi.
Hello,
Fatima.
Well, well, just a little tradition. Friends, neighbors, Hiram, thank you for being here. Our new normal, huh? I don't want tonight to feel stuffy or formal. I want us all to lay down our armor that we carry with us through the world so that we can truly meet each other, so that we can communicate openly and honestly the way we may not be able to in other places in the world. Yes?
Sounds good to me.
Very good. So I called this event Brave Space, because that is what you are, for simply being here. There are many, many people we could not get in this room, okay? Maybe one day, maybe never, but you're here, and that makes you brave. Asa, everyone,
Asa.
our daughter, Asa has joined.
Hello, Asa.
Hi, Asa.
How are you?
So, where should we start, huh? Oh, what's everybody eating? Oh, before I forget, phones off, no distractions.
I have children.
Yes. Okay, tiny distractions allowed.
And what I'm eating is pie, which I'm hiding from my children.
But did you lock the door?
It doesn't have a lock, but that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, well, I am also hiding from my kids. They have not been in school since March, and we have spent too much time together, I tell you. I love them, but I don't know if I like them anymore. They're rude. So today I give them dinner, and my husband and we split the last baklava. And he's hiding too. And now I eat pumpkin seeds.
Ooh, I don't miss those days. My kids hit 16 and wanted nothing to do with me. Now they just want me to babysit.
Oh.
I'm having collards and cornbread. It's my comfort food. I've been needing that a lot lately.
That would go good with my jollof rice.
Oh, it sure would.
I'm just having some leftover meatloaf and corn. Nothing fancy.
Jollof rice is nothing fancy. Just rice, Nigerian style. Oh, and I'm also hiding.
Oh, so this is what awaits in motherhood, huh? I see the trend.
Yes, unfortunately, hiding is a must. They will take everything.
You don't have children yet?
Yet? Maybe never. I mean, you're not exactly selling me on it.
It's a fun club, but it's not for the weak of heart.
Can I take a stab and guess that you're eating challah?
Oh, yeah, I am. My grandmother's recipe. Well, she got it from her grandmother, so who knows whose recipe it actually was. But I made it every Friday since quarantine started.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I do. We used to FaceTime while I baked it. Basically all I eat now.
Now, I've had challah before.
Challah.
Challah.
I've had challah before, but it was made in the style of a sourdough.
Then you had a braided sourdough, not the same.
Oh, I see. I see. Just learned something new. Check.
Well, I would give you the recipe, but I don't know if it would go over well.
Maybe not that one. But there are others out there that would be good if anybody wants to try. That recipe is close to my chest.
I have a century of recipes in my head. They're not written down anywhere. And then when I die, they go to my daughters. But Bill, you'll never get them.
You all not share recipes?
You can't have secret ingredients if you give out recipes, and then their food will not taste like your food, and they will tell everybody that they get the recipe from you, and they all will think that you cannot cook. No, I will make it. I will bring it.
My grandmother used to hide her recipes too. It took decades to finally get them out of her.
Well, I don't cook. I like to eat, but I can't cook. Deborah's always taken care of me that way. But tonight, she hands me this meatloaf, and I was like, where's the dessert, lady? You don't get dessert after 40 years of marriage.
Yes. Yeah, Bill, I know this pain. Siggy got me to marry her based on this little chocolate ruglach she would always make. Oh, she made them for years. And now I can't have them, she says. Now she's concerned about my health.
You have had a lifetime's worth.
But I'm still alive. Maybe you haven't seen me in a while because I'm in your basement, but I'm still alive.
So, let's talk. What brought you into the room tonight?
I'll start. I just love talking to folks, getting out of the media and what they want us to think about each other. No one else on earth is doing this like we do. Maybe no one's crazy enough to. I just really enjoy this. You know, a Jew, a Christian, and a Muslim walk into a bar, you know, it's a joke.
Well, only one of them would be drinking, right? It's me.
Drinking? Drinking what, Asa?
Asa, really?
Fine.
I guess I came here because I always talk about how people don't know any Muslims, and you know, they just have their opinions about us based on pop culture or movies, of course, politics. You know, it's also Hollywood. Unrealistic, it's dramatic, so I just started thinking, and about who's in my circle, and I realized maybe it's not just, maybe it's also me that doesn't know many people outside of my own experience. So
I don't know any Muslims. When I was younger, I thought everyone who was wearing a hijab was a nun, actually. I had no idea.
Surprise! No, we are not Catholic.
I figured that out. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with a Muslim person about their faith. And without a doubt, no one in my family has.
Have you ever talked to a Muslim about anything?
I haven't. I mean, that I know of. I really didn't know any Jewish people before either, or Black people.
Crystal, and I think maybe we talked a little about this before, but I was raised the same. The first time I ever saw a Black person, I was 24 years old. I mean, one that wasn't on TV, 24. And I wasn't even scared. Oh, scared because you've never seen someone like that. But you know them from Good Times and the Jeffersons.
So you just thought we were all
dynamite, baby. I thought you were all cool and slick, and I went up to the brother. You saw.
Oh, Lord, Bill.
I said to him, "What's poppin', brother?" And I gave him one of these. Yeah. I wanted to let him know that I was on his side. And yes, I was sheltered, and I was raised with all kinds of bad language and what I now know to be racism, but I loved him, no matter what, because he was my brother in Christ.
And what did he say, Bill?
Well, Dorothy, he took one look at me and he said, "Man, if you don't get out of my face." Oh, Dorothy, I backed up so fast. I said, "I am so sorry, sir."
And I would have said the same thing. Get out of my face. You were looking at him like a character, not like a man. That's what folks do when they don't know a person or a group. They just make them up based on what they think they know.
Exactly.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I do that with people who aren't even that different from me. Like if I see a girl at yoga and she's wearing a certain brand or has a certain body type, I've already decided who she is, how she is, what she's about, and then whether or not we can be friends.
So I said, what do you think that girl thinks about you?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, obviously that I'm awesome.
Awesome. That reminds me. I was listening to this song today and it just struck me. You all know this one, right? Our God is an awesome God.
He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love.
Our God is an awesome God. Our God, we can all sing it if we know it, is an awesome. I love this song to worship our Savior, Jesus Christ. Not only Jesus, of course. You don't know that song, do you?
Oh, they skipped this one in Hebrew school, Bill.
Do you know Tala al-Badru Alaina?
Oh, no.
Tala al-Badru Alaina min taniyati wada.
وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع.
I'd love to hear you do a song in Hebrew. Like, what was that song, Asa? Hine matovu manahim.
Shevet gam yachad.
Hine matovu manahim.
Shevet achim gam yachad. Mom, I didn't forget the song just because I haven't been to synagogue in forever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I have tried my hardest to sing in Hebrew and other languages. I don't know how you folks do it. I just think English is easier and more people know it.
We don't know the Christian songs any more than you know the Muslim songs.
Oh, right. but they're just easier to learn. That's why I love the music that Bill plays at church. Everybody can read it. It goes from this way to this way, like it's supposed to. And everybody knows English, and it just makes sense.
Arabic makes sense too.
Oh, of course it does. I just mean Christianity is easy. English is easier.
Crystal, you're not listening.
English is actually a very hard language to learn. There are so many rules to it, and at the same time, there are no rules at all.
Yeah, my mother had to learn English, and she didn't realize sometimes she thought she was speaking in English, but had accidentally slipped back into Yiddish. And before you know it, the kid at the grocery store is asking me, "What's this lady saying?" Towards the end of her life, she hardly never spoke English anymore. She just went back to her birth tongue.
Did it ever bother anyone else that Christianity is the default, that white Christianity is the default, and everybody else's experiences just get to live somewhere on the periphery? Like Bill just dives right into this Christian song that nobody knows, but we're all just supposed to know it.
I didn't mean any offense. I'm going to learn other songs.
No.
I could play Hava Nagila right now if you want me to.
No, it's not you. I remember growing up, and every time I would tell someone I was Jewish, I was bombarded with all these questions. And it just became really tiresome. So then if it ever came up, I'd just be like, I'm Christian. And then people would just accept it and move on.
But don't you think it was good they were asking questions? It means they were interested in you.
Yep, but were they?
Sometimes that can feel more like you're on display than actual interest.
Yeah, out there you can't always trust everybody's intentions.
Yeah, I never knew who was going to befriend me and want to come to temple with me, or who was going to, I don't know, just
put bacon in my locker.
Oh. Wow. I never thought of us as the default.
Yes, but you are. I mean, I would love to have a Ramadan off, or even a Eid celebration where we don't have to work or go to school, because everybody takes the Muslim holidays off, you know? I mean, we talk about religious freedom. I want to feel like that extends to all of us. Yes?
Right. A Rosh Hashanah off, a Yom Kippur week off.
Oh.
My friends still ask me every year, now what is Yom Kippur about again?
Yes, why aren't you eating? Oh my God. It's so hard for people to step outside themselves and just try to care about another culture. I mean, we're still Americans.
I don't think anyone ever has looked at me as an American, you know? And I paid to be here too.
I think that's right, Siba. I know for a fact that my father doesn't think people like you should be here.
But what's people like me? I mean, women, brown women, immigrant women, Muslim, Lebanese, which me?
Immigrants, Muslims. He is straight up terrified of Muslims. It comes out of his mouth as hate, but what it really is fear.
Are you sure about that?
I know he's just never had the exposure to other people, and if he did, he would see the truth about y'all. But I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Does your dad go to church?
My dad is the pastor.
Oh. Huh.
If we can't win over the pastor, then there's no hope.
I feel like this country is on fire yet again. Last time things were this explosive, I was a little girl, and I was in church down south, and I can remember the women there. Big hats and clapping, and the floors were made of wooden planks, and the harder they prayed, the more they would stomp their feet. Heels hitting the boards and springing up old dust out of the cracks. if you grew up with that sound, you never forget it. I thought for sure whatever these women were praying against didn't stand a chance. I guess it's time to rip up the carpet out of the church.
I never felt so afraid as I have the past few years, Dorothy.
No end in sight.
Especially after what?
Our family cemetery was vandalized by some of those, whatever they're calling them. I mean, we don't know who they are, obviously, but you can imagine the kind of people. They desecrated the tombs of people that we love.
Hiram's father. Hiram's father's tombstone.
It was pushed over and spray painted after Charlottesville.
You think it's just a headstone. It's not him. You tell yourself that, but it does nothing to ease the anger you feel. And the person you respected the most is nothing to those people. They don't see that the headstone is attached to a man. My father.
It makes us very sad to think about.
Didn't make me sad. It made me filled with this thing that isn't anger. It's deeper than that. It's scary.
Was it hate?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never felt anything like that. It was a rage that. Can we move on?
No. Let's sit with that.
I am so sorry to hear this, Asa. I know those people, not those people like that. The folks who would think that that was acceptable or some type of a statement.
So do I, Bill.
Mm-hmm. And I have seen them just get bolder and bolder. I hope, Asa, that's not what you've been feeling, because it does nothing but destroy.
Amen.
So why would I have to be the one who's the bigger person, huh? Why do I have to be the one to forgive first?
It sets you free. It's not easy. You can't carry all that. Hiram, you too.
Yes, but it's been hard to practice myself.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. I'm sorry.
I always remember that other people's mess has nothing to do with me personally. It's about them. I have faith that one day they'll wake up to the wrong that they've done.
No, it's America. Does anyone think they're wrong anymore?
If they do it quietly.
That's right.
That used to be me. I have held up signs at places I shouldn't have. I've called people names. And I'm still here. And I'm grateful to be in this room.
There are people out there who think they're being a warrior for Christ who would never be here with us. And you're right, it's not personal, but in a way that's almost worse.
Crystal, what did it take for you to see things differently?
I had kids. I had kids, and it was like a flash of everything I had ever been taught growing up. And the second they put that child in my arms, I knew that who I was didn't feel right. And I didn't want that for her. Dorothy actually has really taken me under her wing. When you decide to grow, not everybody comes with you, and I'm learning that the hard way.
I ask because those are the people that I feel most at odds with. People who have no respect for my religion. People who would never say Black Lives Matter. People, I don't know how we can find common ground if they can't even admit that my life as a human just simply matters.
And Fatima, we may never. There's a whole lot of folks not interested in changing. It's always been the case, but that doesn't stop us. It never has.
Even though, yes, these terrible things have happened to us, we were not so innocent in our reactions to others as well. My family wasn't. I grew up with money and white and Jewish, and we didn't too much mix with other people. And I remember my grandmother telling me, why would we do that? This is where we are comfortable. This willing segregation was just the norm, and we were comfortable. But you know, along with that creates these chasms of ignorance where we don't know our neighbors, but we've decided who they are for them. People punch down to us, we punch down to others.
No, it's different levels, but it all leads to the same place, a place each generation inherits, and it's up to them to push the needle.
I know for a fact I've evolved. Being Christian isn't this rigid thing, you know, that it used to be. You can love God and be human too, make mistakes and just being a good person in the world, trying your best. I used to hold myself up to all kinds of standards I couldn't keep. The Christianity I inherited, I never could have sustained. It's grown with me and we've grown together.
Yes, the same. Dorothy, I grew up very traditional. And we were surrounded by our big family for many, many years. All of my aunts and uncles and cousins and people who I don't know if they were related by blood, but they were always there. And then the family gets thinner over the years. And I and my generation, we tried to hold it all together. And now it's more of a come if you can thing than a of course you will be there thing. And I don't know how I feel about that. And this pandemic has only worsened it. Imagine all the things you don't get to do together as you say goodbye to your mother. I wish we could have kept more from the past. I do. I love the spectacle of that generation. Gorgeous dresses, huge platters, laughter, music, fights, the squabbles the aunts would get into. I don't know what changed culturally, but I think it's there in the culture that has changed. We just got to a place where we didn't need or want people so much. We just got a little more casual, maybe too casual. But now it's too late to go back. And we're trying to pass a torch that does not have the same significance as it did 60 years ago.
We live in a more aware, but also a more jaded society, I assume. I mean, people are more dispensable than they were before. Now, if I don't like the things that you say on Facebook, I can just block you and never talk to you again. But if it weren't for Facebook, I probably would have never talked to you in the first place. So we're connected, but angry and divided, and we're tired. I mean, Crystal, Fatima, you're probably the same age as I am, right?
Yeah, we're tired, but I thought it was just the kids.
Oh, well, I mean, I have a cat, so.
For me, I just seen how society really thinks about me. You know, I have a hard time trusting people outside my faith. So the friends I've had are the ones that I keep.
See, I don't know what I would do without my mom friends. I mean, who brings you coffee and listens to all your baggage?
My mom friends.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, they bring me food and we talk and all of that. It's the same, exact same as it is for you, Crystal. Probably just less blonde.
Right.
So then why can't the two of you be mom friends?
Oh, I mean, that would be great. I would love that, Fatima, to get our kids together to play.
Yeah, I think for me that would just take more time, you know. I just would want to know that I was safe, you know, maybe at the park or something, or in my home. You can come to my house.
Oh, we love the park. What do you mean by safe?
Well, if we were to come to your house for a play date and you had another friend over or something, you know, I wouldn't want to feel like I was on the spot or, you know, feel like I was a joke or an outsider.
Oh my gosh, Fatima, I would never do that to you. I mean, the girls I hang out with are sweet. You know what? That's fine. But I would love to be with you and your children.
We can do that.
Well, then I am going to drop off my kids to you as well.
Oh, Siba, you too. Yes, come.
Can I bring my cat? Oh, no. I will not stay. I will just drop them off to you.
Oh. What are my neighbors going to think? Me surrounded by all these little brown children. I didn't mean anything by that. That was just an observation of how funny it would look. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We know you meant it with a light heart.
Truly.
But that is why we're tired.
I wasn't thinking, and I didn't know that would be offensive.
That's what I mean when I said I didn't want to come to your home to be a joke.
It's always impact over intent, Crystal.
Yeah, it can be very hard to trust.
I see.
I mean, for me, I think after 9/11 was when everything changed, when my trust had to become earned. I had just moved here 2 years before, and I was very young, and I had a new baby, my first. So, you know, everything was heightened, you know? The people who used to smile at me did not even greet me anymore. The places I was welcome at, they used to say, oh, Siba, hello, come in, welcome. They no longer welcome me. And like you said, Crystal, people used to think the hijab was only for the nun, right? And after that, to them, it meant terrorism. And it was dangerous to wear. And everywhere you hear about the hate crimes against the Muslims and even the Sikhs, because no one knows the difference between us anyway. We all just look like terrorism. I asked my family, you know, should I continue to wear the hijab or should I not? Because I was scared. I was afraid for myself and my baby. So I no longer wore the hijab for a while. And for me, you know, my scarf is beautiful. It's a reminder of my sanctity for Allah. And I wish it was also respected here in America because I am an American too.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. You know, it was after 9/11 I started wearing my scarf. I was so angry and so mad at a world that would turn its back on me because of something somebody else did. I was so angry that people would rather hate me become educated about me. There was no Fatima. It was just Muslims, and most people didn't even know any. So this is who we are now. And I wasn't going to let them take that from me. So I put my scarf on. And I got spit at and had it torn off of me and called names.
Oh. That is just vile. How do you not hate them?
Because that's not what Allah wants.
That I had things happen to me when I was younger that made me not want to be Jewish, even though I was extremely privileged. It made me not want to not be Jewish, just be normal.
Asa, as your father, I say this to you with love. You are not normal.
I am the first to admit I'm the most normal nobody that ever walked down the street. But I have felt uncomfortable. Boy, people really look at you sideways when you start saying stuff like, "Can I share with you how much God loves you?"
Yes, they do. They just think you're a stranger.
Yes, yes, I'm a stranger to them. And to me, they are my neighbor. And the second all of you popped onto the screen today, whether I'd known you or not, you are my family.
Hey, but what if I don't want to be?
Well, you can be that quiet little cousin ain't nobody seen in a minute. That doesn't mean I don't have love for you.
You know, Bill, I think we are different in the way that if I went up to somebody and started praying for them, it would not go over so well, I think.
You may be right about that.
But I meet everybody with love and open arms. You know, I see no strangers. When we moved here, we had a neighbor who was clearly very uncomfortable with us, with me mostly. And so I bake him cookies and I take them next door and leave them Christmas gifts for 2 years. I did this. And at first I get a little, and then I get compliments on my flowers in the front. And then last year I got a Christmas gift back. And I wasn't in it for the gifts, but
you shouldn't have to do all of that just to get him to care about you.
No, I know, but I do it because I love him and because he is my neighbor and because we share a fence. And now we have a conversation that does not have to start with the fear of the unknown, of me, or even of me towards him.
Siba, when Asa was little and Hiram and I moved into our house, now there were no other Jewish people on the block.
How would you even know that, Mama?
Well, wait for Christmas to come along. And if your house is the only one dark, there you go.
True.
And I did the same thing. I wanted to know my neighbors because where I came from before, everybody was just like us. I wanted Asa to grow up around many, many types of people, and she did. So maybe my trade there was some of that loss of tradition. I think Asa learned more about other cultures than I did. And at times I have wondered, sometimes I fear that all our traditions will end with you, Asa. We just take for granted that we will always be able to pass the torch, but what if you don't want it? And it's, it's okay if you don't. I have to learn to be okay with it. It's my job as your mother to just love you. Just love Asa.
But it's not that I don't want it, Mama. I never want to let you down, okay? Like, how could I ever step into your shoes, into Bubby's shoes? I have serious doubts about all of this.
It's okay to have doubts, Asa. It's okay to question it all.
It's okay to throw away everything you thought you knew and try something else.
Just you being here is a testament to the love you have within for your mama, for your bubby. Bubby. I used to call my grandmother Iya and my grandfather Papo.
My grandparents were Tete and Jiddo.
Did anybody else have a Meemaw and a Peepaw?
Oh.
Y'all can laugh. I know how silly it is.
I had a granny, and oh, do I miss her every day. But she's right here with me. The same way Bubby is with you. She is why you're here.
I can never be her.
She doesn't want you to be her. We look up so much to the people who came before us. They're the giants, right? My granny, she was everybody's granny. And every Sunday she would make these elaborate dinners, and she had this big old pot, you know, one of them old stew pots. And we always joked because we could always come through with an extra person, a stray, she would call them. There was always enough food. That pot was like the Mary Poppins bag, you know the one. It just never ended. And she would say, that table has more leaves than a sycamore tree. The table always had one more chair. But she wasn't a giant. She was a woman, flawed and fearful and complex, just like I am, just like you, figuring it out, trying the ingredients to get them to stretch. Bubby was just figuring it out. And that's the torch she passed on to you.
When I think about what I want to pass on to my kids, their torch won't be like the one I was given. I want to give them the torch of love. Imperfect love.
And I love you. And we're going to keep working on them jokes.
Yes, ma'am.
I want my children to know that love in the face of hate is a revolution they did not ask for, but alhamdulillah, they are ready for. I've made them ready.
I hope I pass to my sons that men cry. I want them to know that.
You cry, Bill?
Oh, now you stop it. I know you've seen me, Dorothy.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And it is a beautiful thing.
I want my children to be proud, so proud of all the many things we are. I want them to love their skin and their hair and their faith so much that it becomes unshakable.
I still want to have a play date with you, Fatima, and your kids. I mean, please, when you're comfortable.
We will.
Asa, what do I pass on to you?
I don't know. Cash would be nice.
My sense of humor.
Why is this so hard for me? I feel like everything is so hard for me.
You have your walls up, Asa.
Bubby used to tell me that my walls were too tall. She was the only one who could get through to me sometimes.
Let us help you take them down. I'm still working on mine, but it's worth it.
It's scary.
Oh. Be brave, Asa.
I mean, don't my walls keep me safe?
You only think they keep you safe. They don't really.
I feel so alone.
You're not alone.
I don't know if I'll do it right.
No one does, Mayasa.
I don't know where I belong.
Right here, where you are.
I love you, Mama.
Love you, sweetheart.